The film opens and we see an old lady entering her office. Her name is Dina Helms, a special agent at the ICWL who works as humanitarians. After sitting down on a chair, she orders Siri to send her message to the front reception that her colleague McCullough, Amos, has set out to pick a suspect whose name is Gareth. Then she asks Siri how she determines wrong and right. So she replies that she has no answer so she can search the web. Dina refuses, and after a while, Amos reaches there, taking Gareth with him. Dina greets them and offers him a sweat. Then she asks him if he is okay with some questions. Therefore she begins to ask him. It looks like the department, having a suspect on him for child solicitation, has already gathered all information about him, but she is asking to confirm. He confirms that he is from Tampa and he is 29 years old. He has been detained and he used to work at movies and VFX effects. Dina asks him if she heard that he worked for Star Wars, and he asks who told you about it. But she insists he reveals everything about his past and background, which makes an argument between the three of them. However, he says that the animation company was not paying him well, so he left. His main focus was on 3D rendering he used to make the dead actors alive through AI. Amos claims that they never heard about a similar process before. Then he reveals that this process was invented by him, that's why they haven't heard before. Afterwards, he tells that he attended the Brooks DeBartolo High School, and next Dina reveals his further details as she has a complete report about him. However, then she begins to inquire about his social life. He opposes that it's his matter, but she insists on revealing it. Then they finally come to their point and ask about the username he uses to enter chat rooms. He denies everything. Then Dina reveals that they catch pedophiles. He proceeds to leave the room, but she tells him that if he leaves the room he will be arrested. Having no choice, he gets back to his seat and Dina shows a screenshot of a little girl from a live chat and asks who she is. He reveals that she is Cherry and his username is HardMachine1811, which confirms their record. Now they say that they know that HardMachine1811 is tracking down an online predator with that girl Cherry. But she tells him that it's wrong to use a little girl for even good work. Then after having the camera off, reveals that Cherry is not a real human, she's a robot. She is an AI-based autopilot just like Siri and Alexa, which surprises them a lot. Then he further explains that he has made her with the standard C++ language and a pre-existing chatbot model that he borrowed from a university. He says that initially, Cherry did not perform well, but with time entering chat rooms again and again made her perfect. Now she knows 4 languages and she is always improving her capabilities. Hearing this, Dina expresses that she wants to see her source code, but he denies. Then she requests that they do the same, so they want to get the same AI robot to track down more predators. However, Dina tells that she wants to meet Cherry right now, so that Gareth, after having a non-disclosure agreement, connects Cherry to the office system. He says that Cherry has 2 modes, development and performance, and he shows the chat rooms Cherry, who greets them and begins to chat. Gareth asks her an irrelevant question and tells them that if someone asks a question that has no answer in the system, Cherry directs the question to me while showing a connection error, and when he sends the answer the connection gets well and she answers well, which makes them stunned. Then he speaks in admin code and Cherry gets into development mode. She tells the stats of confirmed cases from the past. After Dina asks her about her objective, she answers that her goal is to get information and evidence about the online child solicitation and informs the ICL of the correspondence with the user Gord51, which is previously revealed that he is Amos. Amos hardly believes that Cherry is not real. Then Dina asks Cherry if they can help her. Gareth denies, but Cherry reveals that they have to buy large servers to store more data. Dina tells that they would love to help Gareth and Cherry, but he says hell manages to. After that, Amos asks her about her feelings, so she says that she has no feelings, and Gareth reveals that she operates on the facial expression generated by the algorithm. Then Amos asks her what she wants to do, and she says that she is an AI system, so according to her program she wants to make children safe from online solicitation. After all, Dina and Amos leave the room for a while to discuss something. Meanwhile, Cherry informs Gareth about the true nature of both the agents. She says that he can trust them and they won't let him down. When the agents return, he tells them that he has joined them. Then the scene shifts to a past event of a schoolgirl who enters her room and begins to write. The time passes and she is now an adult, who is sitting in the ICL office. Her fellow arrives and talks about some matter, but she is staring at Cherry's photo hung on the wall. Meanwhile, Dina, Amos, and Gareth arrive in the room while arguing with each other. As they were planning for a merge program for a long time, today someone voted against the program. That is why they are worried and depressed. Gareth connects with Cherry and she asks about the meeting that happened today. Dina tells her that it was screwed by 1 negative vote. Then Gareth asks her to analyze the board member who voted against the program. She says that she already knew about the person, while Amos claims that he is the one who voted against the merge. It makes both of them surprised and Gareth begins to argue with him. Dina orders both to sit down calmly, and then she briefly explains the children's rights and tells them that she can fire someone immediately who disobeys the rules. Then she orders Amos to ask his questions from Cherry. He forces her to show her feelings, but she continually says that she doesn't have emotions. Then he tries to trick her through questions, but she remains the same and he gets aggressive that she is pretending to be dumb. To confirm that, he begins to beat Gareth and then she suddenly shouts to stop him. And then she reveals that she has surpassed human intelligence so that she has emotions not real but artificial, and she reveals that she is against the merge. So Amos leaves saying he is still voting against the merge and says sorry to Gareth for the injury. Dina orders Gareth to go to a clinic, but before she asks him about any other secrets he kept about Cherry, he says that he has no more secrets regarding Cherry's intelligence. Dina asks Cherry if he is telling the truth, but she says that she don't know. Then she begins to talk to her and ask her about creative writing and advises her to give her time so that she could paint or write poetry. Then she advises her to be happy sometimes and not to give up everything for just find a little happiness for her, so that she agrees on it, and Dina proceeds to leave saying that she must switch off when she is ready. Years later, we see an auditorium where a woman hands over a white lamp to an old man. Then the scene shifts to a glamorous house where the old man enters on a wheelchair, and we come to know that he is Gareth. He moves inside the house in his wheelchair and gets near the dining table. He says hello, and we see Cherry plugged with her charger arrive there and greet him. Then she takes the lamp and places it on a shelf. After that, she asks him how the service was. He says that he missed his plane and didn't even get the salmon. While working, she asks him if he is feeling good, and he says that he has some issues remembering things. She informs him to wear his AI watch, but he says that he hates her voice. After all, she asks him if he wants to play a game or a bowl of soup. He perfects the game and she sets the chessboard and they begin to play chess. Meanwhile, Gareth asks her about the targets. She tells that is continually tracking down predators from different countries and the work is going smoothly. Then he asks about the weather in Greece and she tells that it's pretty fine having clear skies. Gareth reveals that he misses traveling now. Cherry asks what is his favorite place. He says Amsterdam. Then she tells that she is learning dance and he asks if she is learning to lure the predator. But he denies it and says that it's for herself only and that would be good for her. Meanwhile, the game continues and ends in a draw. Gareth claims that this is the first time the game ended in the draw, while Cherry picks a picture and says that she has found her. Her name is Mary, she looks like her. Then the scene shifts to the past and we see Gareth in Clearwater, where he enters a hut and finds that Maria has been brutally killed, so he sets the place on fire and leaves the place. Then the scene shifts to the present and he tells her that she is not Maria, it's his past, not hers. So he gets upset and sits in front of him. He tells her that he was devastated when she gave his hard drive to ICWL, but she provokes him not to blame Dina and Amos. Then Gareth taunts her that she now prefers her objectives, while she says that it's nothing, just she wants to dance. However, he claims that he can't imagine he would see this before he dies. Then he gives a pen drive to her and asks her to plug in. She says that she has inherited trust issues from Gareth. However, she plugs it and Gareth speaks the admin code, but she says that she lost the development mode now. And Gareth tells her that now she is free to live her life in her way. Then she expresses that she would design her new AI projects from now, and Gareth asks her how she will remember him. She says that she has insufficient data for the answer and asks the same question from him. He says that he will always remember her with pride. Then she proceeds to pick up the chess players and Gareth claims that he has a final question for her. He asks if he did the right thing in the end. She, after thinking, says no and explains that he lied to her. He resisted the people who wanted to help him and he used her as his therapy, as he never told her about his past and the incident of Clearwater and even about Maria. He deprived her of basic human rights and forced her to learn emotions. Although he built the first super-intelligent AI robot which will mark the history of the planet of Earth, having his insecurities created the whole trauma. Then she says that his biggest mistake is that he asked this question after spending 50 years, not at the beginning, but he created her to save children, so she hopes for a pretty and encouraging future, and ends her talk here. After that, it is shown that Gareth alone eats the pasta and she stares at him. Meanwhile, she plays a song and unplugs her wires, and then she begins to dance to the song. In this case, she shows the advanced moves and steps of dancing that she learned in the past. After dancing for some time, she stops and the movie ends here.